Hello everyone, welcome back to the Sports Vault Podcast. Jersey Joe Archino back here, and for Manchester City Football Club, it was certainly a derby to forget as they fall to Manchester United 1-0 at the Etihad Stadium yesterday. And it's one of those things where it doesn't come as a surprise, I think, to anyone, because we know what Manchester City is, and largely their season has become an internal disappointment, and really this is just kind of the peak, and it just follows everything that we have seen all season. But the standings in the Premier League as of Sunday are Leicester City yet again in first place with 66 points, Tottenham in second with 61, Arsenal in third with 55, Manchester City in fourth with 51, West Ham in fifth with 50, and Man United after their win over Manchester City in sixth also with 50 points. But right now, Manchester City, I've been adamant all year, they don't have the competitive advantage against any of the clubs that have mattered. Now, you've really seen the broadcasts and all the media networks have really picked up on that in the last few kind of weeks, but it's been the story that's been there, and it's been followed in all season. And you just look at the top clubs in the league. Against Leicester, they are 0-1-1. Against Tottenham, they've lost both times. Against Arsenal, they've only played them once, but they lost. Against West Ham United, they're 0-1-1. Against Manchester United, they're 0-1-1. And against Liverpool, they've lost both times. So they have not earned a win against any of those top clubs in the Premier League. Their points are all from the bottom clubs or the middle clubs of the league. And for a club like Manchester City, where you hear people in the broadcast always talk about, on paper, they have the best talent in the league, but that talent does not come together. And certainly a lot of people will point to the fact that Manuel Pellegrini was it was decided that and announced that Pep Guardiola would be taking over for the club, and Manuel Pellegrini would no longer be the manager there earlier in the season, and certainly things kind of dismantled from there. But this has been something that's been coming for a long time, and Pep Guardiola is the perfect person to take over for Manchester City, because their biggest problem is they don't play as a team and they don't play together. The 3 P's of Pep Guardiola are play, possession, and position. And Manchester City has done a good job at getting the possession battle in their favor. But possession means nothing without position, and certainly that's one of the things that Pep Guardiola has always been able to hold his and really signify his system on, is his players know where they're going to be at all times. And position comes with trust. You have to trust your teammates to always stay in their position, and if you trust your teammates to stay in their position, good things are going to happen. And we've seen the successful model at Bayern Munich, we've seen it at FC Barcelona, and I think a lot of us expect it to continue at Manchester City. But it's a group where he will certainly look at the roster, get rid of the players that he doesn't want to be a part of. I think Yaya Toure, of course, is probably one of the first men out this season. He is really kind of the perfect player to look at as a model of why this team is in the position they're in, and you just don't see the effort there all the times. You don't see the energy there all the times. Again, talent means a lot, but it doesn't mean anything if you can't get the talent to work together. And certainly, I think you look at this roster and the talent has not figured out how to work together. Connecting your talent is a big job of a manager, and again, Manuel Pellegrini has just not been able to do that with Manchester City this season, and I don't blame it all on him. I think it was a tough position for him to be put into, where you have a new manager kind of named, and the future is so tough to not look forward to without focusing on the task at hand. But the task at hand this season was always to win all the trophies that were available. Of course, after the big record signings of Raheem Sterling and Kevin De Bruyne, they were in position to win everything that there is, but that's not going to happen because the team certainly has not been able to figure out how to play together. And for Pep Guardiola, that's the first order of business for him, is getting the team to figure it out and to play together. And you just look at the work Pep Guardiola has done. He's got his future where it's not at Bayern Munich, but his players are still playing and giving him everything that they have. And we saw that in the Champions League just last week. They're down 2-0 to Juventus. Juventus looks like they're in prime position to advance. But then Bayern Munich responds. Pep Guardiola talks to them at halftime, tells them to wake up, and they come back with a roaring answer. They get that game into extra time. They score the 2 goals that win it for them, seal a 4-2 win in the Champions League in advance. That is just one of many examples of why Pep Guardiola is really unrivaled. And to me, there's 3 great managers in the world who are just a cut above everyone else. That's Pep Guardiola, that's Carlo Ancelotti, and that's Jose Mourinho. We look to the Manchester United side, and certainly Pellegrini is gone in 2 months for Manchester City, and then Louis van Gaal might not be too far behind for Manchester United. Now, certainly it always helps when you beat your eternal rival, and certainly they handed the Manchester City a draw, and now they walk away with a win. So they have handed their eternal rival a loss that hurts. But for them, it's something that really is important. But we still focus on Manchester City. And really, this season will be a season of disappointment because of all the expectations that were there, because of everything that was possible for them. But the competitive advantage has not been there. They need to really be accustomed and learn those 3 Ps: play, possession, and position. And really, I'd like to add another word to that. It's not a P, but it's trust, because play, possession, and position don't work without the word trust. And Pep Guardiola's first order of business is to put the trust in Manchester City Football Club. But until then, Jersey Joe Archino here with the Sports Vault. You can follow me on Twitter at Joe Archino and on Instagram Jersey_Joe_Archino. And I'll see everybody next time.